Hello, I'm Amy Jo Seitz, Director for Animal Care and Control. Today this video is going to cover some topics about domestic violence. We're going to be looking at signs of animal cruelty, animals that are at higher risk of non-accidental injuries, what you can do if you suspect animal cruelty, the charges that apply, and even some cases that we have seen right here in our community. Here are the signs for animal cruelty that you can look for. The animal might have wounds or is limping with an unexplained or lame reasoning. Patches of hair missing, which might indicate a tick or flea infestation. Animals that are extremely thin or displaying lethargic behavior. Dogs that are housed outside without food, water, shelter, especially in extreme weather conditions. Animals who cower in fear or act aggressive when owners are around. An owner who physically abuses and admits to doing so when punishing an animal. A missing animal, but there are food, water dishes, and other supplies present. The owner might give a flimsy excuse as to its whereabouts, such as it ran away but they never reported it to the shelter, or maybe it died but they didn't take it to the shelter or to a vet after it was deceased, or any other unexplained death. The owner gives reasons for an injury that doesn't fit the story. The injuries are generally too severe to be explained by the story or are inconsistent. For example, the dog has a broken jaw and was supposedly hit by a car, but there are no other injuries, scrapes, wounds that are consistent with road rash. The owner gives inconsistent reasons behind an injury, such as the story is changed when repeated or the timeline doesn't quite match up. There are animals that are at a higher risk of non-accidental injuries, and they include dogs and cats under 2 years of age, male dogs, mixed breed dogs, especially Staffordshire Bull Terriers or Pit Bull mixes, and domestic short-hair cats. Charges covering animal cruelty can range from misdemeanor to a felony, and they include Indiana State Code 35-46 3-12, cruelty to an animal. B, a person who knowingly or intentionally beats a vertebrate animal commits cruelty to an animal, and that is a Class A misdemeanor. Number 1 states the person has a previous or unrelated conviction under this section, so that means it can actually raise to a level 6 felony. Number 2 states the person committed the offense with the intent to threaten, intimidate, coerce, harass, or terrorize a family or household member. This escalates it also to a level 6 felony. The other charge is the Indiana State Code 35-36 3-12.5. Domestic violence animal cruelty. A person who knowingly or intentionally kills a vertebrate animal with the intent to threaten, intimidate, coerce, harass, or terrorize a family or household member commits domestic violence animal cruelty, and it is a level 6 felony. What do you do if you suspect an animal is being abused? Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control animal control officers work 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. and are on emergency call out from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Any suspicious situation or concerns for an animal's welfare because of circumstances within the household should result in an animal control officer being called to the scene. We are a safe haven for owners that need to house their pets while they find alternative housing. We work closely with the SPCA for compassion fosters if more time is needed to find living arrangements. Recently, in March of 2017, the Indiana Senate Bill 323 passed and now allows animals to be included in protective orders. Animal protective orders allows a court to grant an order of protection to, number 1, grant possession and care of an animal to a petitioner. Number 2, prohibit a respondent from taking action against the animal. And number 3, direct a law enforcement officer to accompany the petitioner to retrieve the animal. Here are some cases of animal cruelty that we've seen right here in our community. All of these cases involved a domestic violence situation. The cat in this photo is Pixie May. She was thrown against a wall during an argument. Her injuries caused her death from blunt force trauma. This is Gila. Gila showed signs and symptoms of a concussion from blunt force trauma. There was a compound fracture to her front leg with visible bruising all over her body. She had to be euthanized due to the extent of her injuries. This guinea pig is Master Splinter. This animal was thrown against a wall during an argument, and he also died from blunt force trauma. Sally, the domestic short-haired cat, she was stabbed during an argument and had to be euthanized due to the extent of her injuries. For further information about the direct link between human and animal violence, please visit our website at www.fwacc.org. Thank you for your help.